Hello, Hivers. Welcome to Honeybee Stamping Hive, where creative buzz is always in the air. I am Tashana Lundy, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Florida, serving customers all over the United States. And today, we're going to be making some cute treat boxes. We're going to be using the Most Adored Specialty Designer Series paper, which is a Sale-A-Bration item free with the $50 purchase. We're also going to be using the Be Mine Designer Series paper, the Be Mine Valentine's stamp set, and the Zany Zoo stamp set, okay? So, before we get started on our project, of course, we have to go over the buzzworthy business of the day. We're going to start with the March Paper Pumpkin, the Memorable Meadows. It includes a free stamp set in addition to the stamp set that comes in the kit. It makes 9 cards. It has a garden green stamping spot. If you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can also get the Love of Spring dies add-on for $12. It's a set of 4 dies. The ordering number is 164396. Next up, we have our mystery boxes. These are the boxes that I have stuffed full of all of my retired Stampin' Up! Products. Each box has about $200 plus or minus worth of retired products. Some are new, some are used. I'm only asking $30 for each box, and that does include the shipping cost. I can only sell and ship these in the U.S. If you're interested, email me at stampwithshana@gmail.com. Okay? Lastly, we have our February host code. This is the code I want you to use whenever you're placing an order with me. Unless your order is $150 or more, don't use this host code because you're going to qualify for Stampin' Rewards, and Stampin' Rewards equals free product from Stampin' Up!, and we don't want you to miss out on any of your freebies. And during the month of February, we still have Sale-A-Bration going on, so you have additional freebies you can get with the purchase of $50 or more, okay? So don't forget all of that. So let's go ahead and get started on this project because we have quite a bit of things to do. So we're going to start off with some sweet sorbet in our Simply Scored scoring tool. I have a piece of sweet sorbet that is 4.5 by 3 7/8, and we're going to score this at 5 1/8 and 1 1/4 on all 4 sides. So 5 1/8 and 1 1/4. I can't see. 1 1/4 on all 4 sides. Okay, let me turn this way. Hopefully you can still see what I'm doing, but I have to get it closer to me so I can see the measurements. So we have that scored. Then we have a piece of Tahitian Tide. This one is 2 1/4 by 3 5/8, and we're going to score this on the long side at 1 1/2 and 2 1/8. So 1 1/2 and 2 1/8, okay? And then we have another piece of Tahitian Tide, and this one is 1 by 3/8, and we're going to score this at 1 1/8 and 1 3/4. 1 3/4, okay? And that's all the scoring we need to do, so we can get rid of our board. Now we are going to do some stamping. So I'm going to take this piece of Tahitian Tide, get us some sweet sorbet ink, and we're going to take a stamp from the Zany Zoo. It's the one with the musical notes, and we're going to stamp 2 right there. Then we're going to flip it over, and on this side we're going to stamp Happy Valentine's Day from the Be My Valentine stamp set. Right there. Then we're also going to stamp a set of the Trio of Hearts out of that same stamp set. Isn't that cute? Oh my. Okay, so that's it for that. And I am also going to stamp on this piece right here in this rectangle. I'm going to stamp my my little logo watermark. My personalized stamp. Stamp that right there. Okay. Now that we have all these things stamped, let me get my paper snips, and we are going to cut on the score lines of this to make this box. Okay, so we're going to cut all of these score lines up to the second score line. I must tell you that I got this instructions for this box from Julie DiMatteo, I think is how you say her last name, over at the Paper Pixie. I think she made it like 2 years ago, and it was so cute. My daughter asked me to make some treat boxes for her for school, for her chorus class. So I'm cutting this whole rectangle off on the edge here, and we're going to wedge in just the tiniest bit on that right there. Then this next flap, we're going to cut it in half, and then we're going to wedge on the sides of that, just like that. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Take the tiniest wedge from that, half of this, then we're going to wedge. And we're going to do the same thing over here, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have all of our cutting done. So now we're going to burnish all of our score lines. So let's go ahead and fold these and burnish them down. We're going to do that to every score line. On all 4 sides. Did I just? No, I didn't. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and burnish all of our folds here on all of our pieces that we scored. Let's get this one. Oop. Okay. So next we are going to go ahead and put this box together. So I'm going to get some multi-purpose liquid glue. And we're going to put glue on all 4 of these little tabs here. And then we're just going to fold them in and make them go to each corner like this to, well, each side, connect each to form a corner. I'm going to do one at a time. With liquid glue, it gives you a little wiggle room, but that also means it takes a little bit more time for it to adhere. So you need to hold it just for a couple of seconds on each one until it grabs hold to stay put. That's all. If you have little things poking out like this, just a little, clip it. Oh. That's it. Okay. Then I'm going to fold these down so that I can get glue on those. And we're going to put glue on each of these flaps on the inside. And then we're going to fold those down to reinforce our sides. And just like the tabs, we got to hold it down just for a second to make sure it adheres. Then we can take our bone folder. You want to do this. This is going to be burnishing that fold line as well as pressing down that glue to make sure it sticks. So you want to do that on all 4 sides. Okay. And then we're going to take some tearing tape, a little strip of tearing tape, and I'm going to put on one side of the box, one of the long sides. Okay, and that's all I'm going to need that for. So now let's go ahead and move to this little piece. So one end of this is longer than the other, and on the short end, we're going to put a little bit of glue. You don't want to go all the way to the score line. And I have 2 pieces of sweet sorbet that are 1 1/4. And we're going to lay this over it, almost to the score line, but not quite to it. And it's going to hang off the sides a little bit, so you want to center it. Okay, and then we're going to flip it over and add glue. We'll go ahead and add the glue to this piece. And we're going to just sandwich it in. Ooh, be careful not to move your pieces. So we're just going to make sure these are lined up evenly. Just like that. Then I have a 1-inch square of sweet sorbet. Not sweet sorbet, Tahitian Tide. And we're going to put this one right in the center. This is the inside. We're going to put this on the outside, right in the center. Just like that. Okay. Just like that. And then we're going to attach this to our little book cover here. So the side that has the Happy Valentine's, we're not going to connect it there. We're going to connect it to the back. So we want to put glue on the inside of this longer flap. And we're going to connect this in the middle up to the score line. Can you see that? You want that score to be able to fold over, so you don't want to push it over that little hump of the score line. So just up to it. Just like that, okay? Then I have some designer series paper here. We have 2 pieces. These are 1 3/8 by 2 1/8. So we're gonna put these. This is from the Be Mine designer series paper. We're gonna put these on the front cover of our little storybook here. So we're gonna put one right here. Oh, this doesn't look like it's cut correctly. Yikes, let me see. This one is. Maybe, no. I'll be right back because I'm gonna have to cut this again. Okay, so I figured out the problem. I scored the piece wrong. It wasn't the designer series paper. So I had to cut another piece for the book cover. I knew the spine was looking, and I'm gonna put the second piece right over the back of this to cover up our little flap mechanism here. Okay, so we have that done. Next, we are going to put our box into our cover. So we're going to put multi-purpose liquid glue all on the bottom of our box. And we want to be generous because I need some wiggle room. We're going to put this right up to this score line, the first one, and in the middle, up and down. I'm going to go ahead and close this over it to make sure I have it scooted all the way up against the spine of the book cover, but not going over that score line. Okay, we're going to push that down. Then I'm going to hold it down because the glue is still wet. And I don't want it to move on me. I'm going to take this tear and tape backing off. And then we're just going to push that spine up and connect it. Okay. So we have that. Next thing we're going to do is I have 2 Hershey Nuggets. And I have some designer series paper from the Most Adored Specialty DSP from Sale-A-Bration. I have 2 pieces that are 1 by 3 inches. And I put a little piece of tear and tape on the end of one piece. On the end of each piece, rather, on one end. And we're going to wrap our nuggets. You just want to wrap this around. Just like that. Place them in our little box here. Take the other one. Whoop. Come on. I'm going to wrap this. Okay, and place that one in our box. And now we need to put something for the closure here. So I have some Velcro dots. These I got from Amazon. They said low profile. I thought they were the thinnest ones, but it doesn't quite look like it because I think I've had some thinner than this. So it's not quite what I would have wanted for the closure, but it works. So I'm just peeling off the backing because they're already, both sides are put together. I'm just peeling off this little backing to get exposed the sticky. I put it somewhat in the middle of this square, and we're just gonna fold that over just like that. So now we're gonna take a little honeybee that I've cut out of the Be Mine Designer Series paper. I fussy cut that out. We're gonna take one of those, put a little bit of glue on the back of the body only, because we don't want to go too far. We're just gonna place this right in the middle of our little square here. Then we're gonna take some Wink of Stella, and we're gonna Stella the wings and the little heart. I need to get a new one. This is running out. Get some little glitter on his heart. Put a little more on the wings there. And that is it. I hope you can see that. Isn't that cute? For a chorus class. I had to make 32 of these things. So just a little happy Valentine's Day. I made a bunch of them. Like I said, I had to make 32. So here they all, well, not all, because I can't pull in all of them. But these are those. Okay, so that's it. That's all. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I want to thank you for buzzing by the Hive today. Until next time, buzz you later. Bye.